Dieting is really difficult, but if your goal is fat loss, it's an absolute must. I used to really struggle with my diet and it caused me to balloon up to 248 pounds. Once I built a go-to list of foods that I could eat every day that filled me up and that actually tasted good, that's when everything changed and I managed to lose 70 pounds of body fat and, more importantly, keep it off. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 10 foods that I ate every single day that helped me do it so that you can do the same. Before I get into the list though, let me break down what actually makes a good fat loss food, because it's not about cutting carbs or eating clean. It's about finding foods that you actually enjoy and that keep you full, and foods that have minimal calories and as high protein as possible so that you lose fat and build or retain muscle. Every food in this list ticks at least one, if not all of those boxes. And that's really important because you're not going to lose fat with willpower alone. You need to build a diet that you can eat every day and that you can stick to and that helps you reach your goals. First up, 0-calorie drinks. And yes, I'm aware that's not a food, but I drank one of these every day and I still do, and it makes a massive difference. People love to cry about artificial sweeteners and quote BS pseudoscience about how they're killing you, but think about this for a second. What do you think is actually worse for you? Artificial sweeteners or being overweight and obese? Exactly. Every single time you choose to drink a 0-calorie drink as opposed to a full sugar version, you are saving between 150 and 200 calories. Think about how quickly that adds up. They are great if you have a sweet tooth, especially when those late night cravings kick in and you usually open up a bag of sweets or chocolate. Crack one of those open instead and you're going to stick in your deficit. They're also really good at killing hunger cravings in the short term, which is really good when you're deep in a calorie deficit and your meals are very spaced out. This one is just an absolute no-brainer. The pseudoscience telling you that they'll kill you is just absolute complete and utter bollocks, and they are guaranteed to help you lose fat. Next up, one of the most versatile fat loss foods on the planet, and it's low-fat Greek yogurt. It's low in calories, high in protein, and you can make it into a million different recipes. Personally, I have low-fat Greek yogurt in 100 different ways. My 3 favorite ways are: 1 for breakfast, where I have it with frozen berries and honey; 2 for lunch, when I put it in sauces and dressings that I make; and 3 for dessert, when I mix it up with some protein powder, stick some low-calorie syrup in there, put it in the freezer. It comes out a few hours later and you have low-calorie, protein-packed ice cream. What makes this so good though is that it's extremely filling. You get about 10 grams of protein per 100 calories depending on the brand that you buy. And that's great because it gets you to your protein target without blowing up your calories. The key to a sustainable diet is eating more food for fewer calories, and low-fat Greek yogurt ticks both of those boxes. So I eat it every day, if not twice a day. Third on the list is eggs and egg whites. You can chef them up in a million different ways: boiled, scrambled, poached, omelets. You can even make protein pancakes with them. So it's nearly impossible to get bored with eggs, which matters a lot because taste fatigue is a real issue. Eggs are packed with protein, healthy fats, and really important micronutrients like choline and vitamin D. So they are great for your overall health, but they're also great at keeping you full and helping you hit your protein target. One thing I will say though is they are not some magic, all-knowing superfood god that's going to cure all of your life's problems and cure all of your health worries, like some influencers will make out that they are. Eddie Abu, I'm looking at you. Something I like to do is mix whole eggs with egg whites, usually in a 50-50 split. That way you're getting all of the healthy fats and the important micronutrients from the egg yolks, but you're minimizing the calories and boosting the protein with the added egg whites. And usually I make that into an omelette with some veg and some low-fat cheese, throw some hot sauce on there, and you've got a great breakfast or lunch that's super high in protein, low in calories. Now onto my absolute go-to snack, salted popcorn, which is one of the most underrated fat loss foods out there. I love salted snacks, and crisps, pretzels, and chips used to be my downfall. But now whenever I'm craving something salty, I just crack open a bag of salted popcorn, and sometimes I even eat the whole bag, and it's only about 350 calories. The trick is to go for the air pop variety. Avoid the cinema buttered up bullshit, and it's one of the best low-calorie fat loss snacks. I like to pair it with a Coke Zero at night, and it kills both my sweet and salty cravings for very minimal calories. On to chicken breast, an absolute staple of every single diet ever, and for good reason. It's low in calories, packed with protein, and keeps you full. 100 grams of cooked chicken breast will set you back only 165 calories, but give you 30 grams of high quality protein. It's also really versatile. I eat it with rice, on potatoes, put it in wraps. Sometimes I even have chicken burgers, and I like to batch cook it and chop it up into salads throughout the week. Some people say it tastes bland and bad, but if you season it properly, it tastes great. And it's easy to keep in the fridge for 3 to 4 days once you've cooked it, and you can throw it on rice, throw it in salads, even eat it as a snack if you want. And it honestly has one of the best macros out of any single food. Next up, we've got protein powder, probably the fastest and the easiest way to get protein in when you're busy or you're on the go. One scoop contains 20 to 25 grams of protein for only about 100 calories, and there's literally no food that is going to match that ratio. It comes in literally hundreds of different flavors, from chocolate to banana to vanilla to cinnamon toast crunch to birthday cake. Personally, my favorite is tiramisu from My Protein, but find the flavor that you enjoy the most, and it will make getting protein in 10 times easier. The great thing about whey protein is it's one of the highest bioavailable forms of protein that you can get, which in simple terms means your body absorbs it really well and uses it efficiently. I usually have it in the morning where I mix it with low-fat Greek yogurt, or I have it post-workout in a shake with some skim milk. Obviously don't live off protein shakes, but use it to fill gaps and to make it easier to hit your protein target. Next up, my secret weapon and one of the best low-calorie sweet fixes you can get, frozen berries. They are extremely low in calories, only 36 calories per 100 grams for the variety I get. They are packed with fiber, packed with micronutrients, and great for overall health. I put them in oats, my protein yogurt, and I make smoothies out of them. And sometimes when I'm craving something sweet late at night, I even have a handful and it gets rid of my sweet cravings. Another bonus is they last longer than regular berries that go off after 2 to 3 days. You can slap them in your freezer and keep them there for about a year, and there whenever you need them, ready to go. If you're someone who gets a lot of sweet cravings but you want to stay on track, frozen berries will be a lifesaver for you. This next one is an absolute must, and it's low-calorie sauces and syrups. The sheer amount of people consuming thousands of calories worth of sauce and syrup a week without even realizing it is shocking, and trust me, I used to be one of those people, having sauce with every single meal unknowingly, each serving containing hundreds of calories. But you don't have to, and you shouldn't try and eat plain food when you're trying to lose fat. Let's say you try and eat plain chicken and broccoli every single meal. You're going to get bored very quickly and you're going to fall off your plan. That's why I practically live off 0-calorie sauces. My absolute go-tos are Frank's Red Hot, which is a hot sauce, you probably know it, low-fat mayo, and 0-calorie syrup. That turns bland meals into food I actually enjoy. Most of these contain 5 to 20 calories and sometimes even contain 0 calories. And when you compare that to the full fat versions and the full sugar versions that can contain literally hundreds of calories per serving, it makes a massive difference and compounds over time. You have to make your diet sustainable if you're serious about fat loss, so utilize things like low-calorie sauces and low-calorie syrups to make your food enjoyable, and you're going to stick to your plan for way longer and see way more results. Now it's time for one of my favorites, 5% lean ground beef. It has literally half the calories compared with the higher fat versions and has way more flavor than something like turkey mince. Plus it's packed with protein, iron and B vitamins, all of which are great for recovery and performance. I use this for literally everything from burgers to tacos to rice bowls to bolognese. Batch cook it with your favorite seasoning and you have one of the best diet foods you could possibly get in terms of taste. I literally lost 70 pounds of fat by eating cheeseburgers every single day. And why? Because it contained 5% lean ground beef. In fact, if you want that recipe and many others like those, you can sign up to my email list for free below, where weekly I will send you my best recipes, my best tips, and everything I know about losing fat. Sign up now. Last but definitely not least, we have baby potatoes. They contain about 70 calories per 100 gram serving, which is actually not too bad when you consider the amount of potassium, complex carbs, and fiber they contain. They are easily one of the most satiating food, which basically means once you eat them, you aren't going to be reaching for snacks in the fridge or cupboards 20 minutes later. I usually air fry them with some 1-cal olive oil spray, throw some Old Bay seasoning on, and they come out spicy, crispy, golden brown, and I love them. You can have them for your dinner, throw them in your meal prep, or even have them with some eggs in the morning. They are cheap, digest well, and actually fill you up way more than something like rice or pasta. So there you have it. Those are the 10 foods I eat every single day to lose 70 pounds of fat and still eat to this day to keep the fat off. Now, obviously you don't have to eat this exact list of food, but your takeaway should be find the foods that fit you, that you enjoy, that you can eat long term, and get you to your goal, because that's how you find a diet that you can eat for life. If you want some help finding a diet that works for you and give you step-by-step guidance and all of my knowledge on losing fat so that you can get in the best shape of your life and stay in that shape forever, book a call below and we can have a chat and see if it'd be the right fit to work together. And if this video helped, make sure you like it, share it with a friend and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.